This is the Chucktown Wind Report Extended Outlook from Tuesday, July the 7th through Friday, July the 10th. So this last couple of days we've seen a ridging effect along the southeast region weaken the wind flow. It has weakened the overall synoptic flow and the afternoon sea breeze builds, and that's been mainly due to this frontal boundary, the remnants of this frontal boundary which are to our north, that was rippling through the southeast region. And I'm expecting this low pressure to drag what's left of it off to the east-northeast and take the rest of this boundary with it. Now what these boundaries do is they flatten the Bermuda highs that build along the northern quadrants of it. So what it ends up doing is it sort of creates a ridge axis that extends down into Georgia and even meandered up into South Carolina. Normally this ridge axis would sit over central to southern Florida with a healthier southerly flow, but as this ridge axis has meandered to the north and placed itself right along our border and even into southern South Carolina, we've had a very weak southerly flow just to the north of it. So the closer you are to the ridge axis, the weaker the wind flow, and the further removed you are, the stronger the flow. So I'd say northern southeast North Carolina and Outer Banks have fared this one fairly well. I'm expecting as this boundary drifts off to the north that this ridge axis will meander back to the south, and we should have a healthier build lined up for Wednesday and Thursday. However, today I'm thinking 9 to 13 knots. Wednesday and Thursday we have potential for 13 to 17 knots, and then into Friday we weaken the flow again, and I'll get in that in just a moment. So let's look at the tropical map, and you can see how this frontal boundary is sort of bulged south due to this stronger high pressure to the north pushing down into it, and that again is what I call the rippling effect. And so what you've gotten is two lobes of high pressure, where this used to be joined as one, now it is two. I'm expecting this one to build a little bit more of a couple of days as this boundary moves to the east and then lifts to the northeast. These two should be united together back again sometime, and I'm thinking that it will increase the strength along our coast once again. Let's go back to our surface map. Now I am counting on this northeast Gulf of Mexico high to keep providing that northwesterly land breeze overnight, and this high may even start drifting north up into the Appalachian Mountains. But in the meantime, this should help provide through Wednesday and Thursday a little bit of a healthier flow for these downsloping troughing and inland storming to help provide that return flow aloft out over the ocean and back into the coast. Remember, we talk about sea breezes, we talk about the return flow, and we really need the sea breeze front to sort of meet that westerly or northwesterly winds aloft with the convergence and the storming to create this convergence zone along just inland of our coast, and that provides that return flow out over the ocean back into shore to help accelerate our winds. So we do have another frontal boundary that is dropping into the southeast region, and you can already see the pattern lining up again as high pressure to the north is biting down into it, and with this high pressure ridge building to the south, this frontal boundary is going to be pinched in between the two of them again, and we're going to see another pattern of this rippling. So Wednesday and Thursday should open up the flow a little bit, especially at night times. We'll see these nocturnal values come up because the boundary will be close to in the vicinity of the southeast region, and we'll actually probably see higher nighttime flows than we would daytime flows, just because of the nighttime jetting that occurs. But as we get into the weekend, the flow is going to be weakened again significantly because this high pressure will get caught in between this one and the Bermuda high will be flattened again, and then we'll have a ridge axis that will probably drift back up into the southern South Carolina locales. So let's take a quick look at Charleston and Folly Beach. We'll just pick Folly Beach Pier. We'll go with that. Let's look at the available models that we have for Folly Beach, and we already see pretty much a lot of agreement on a low flow for today. It looks like 10 to 12 knots, and then as we get into Wednesday, again, they're showing lower values for Wednesday again, a little bit higher on some of the higher resolution models, and I'm expecting probably a higher flow than this, so we might see the models start to jump around a little bit, but I think tomorrow and Thursday are going to be our best days this week. So that will do it for the Chucktown Wind Report, and hopefully we'll have some stronger winds lined up for next week once that ridging effect sort of clears out of the area, once this boundary becomes established and ripples to our north, it should lift out of the area and our Bermuda high should build back in. So maybe early next week. Don't take that to the bank or anything, but again, Wednesday and Thursday, 13 to 17 knots. Friday, we drop back down to the 9 to 13 knot zone, just like for today. And have a good week.